everyone, it's Christy here again with my layouts for October 7th, 8th, and 9th. My album is already getting very fat, so I'm a little worried because I'm only like less than a third way done. But anyway, I got this really adorable card that says "Too Cute to Spook" in a Halloween swap. And I knew that I wanted to pair it with an extra cute photo of my daughter. So I chose this layout for October 7th, and then I just cut some of the black chevron paper from the paper pack and cut out this orange tag. I knew that I wanted to cover up the word October that was on that tag, and I thought that I wanted to use that giant owl, but it was just too big, and I didn't really like the yellow of the moon. It didn't really go with any of my other embellishments, so I decided to save it for something a little bit later on. So I found this cat, which doesn't really have any significance, but I thought he was pretty cute. So I decided to do the cat and a little cut apart, and I wanted to bring in some more orange, a little bit more interest, I guess, in behind all those layers. So I add this orange kind of directional arrow washi that I got in a swap as well, and then that black chalkboard washi, which is coming in like super handy. I think I got that from a Gossamer Blue kit like a while back, but it's perfect just for adding like touches of black throughout. So you do see me use it quite a lot in these 3 days worth of layouts. So I'm just clustering those and adhering everything down. And I have this thing with words. I don't like a lot of words on my spreads. So because I had that one card that was like full of words, too cute to spook, I wanted to cover up the word boo that was on that cat ephemera. So I used that orange star and then just some of those enamel dots from the Michaels Recollections pack. And those 2 cards are done. I add the number 7. And then the pocket page that I decided to use for this day is actually 4 3x4 pockets. So I trimmed down this photo to fill 2 3x4 pockets. And it doesn't take anything away from the photo because my daughter is on the left and then the right side is mostly just sidewalk, pavement, whatever. So I also, like, looking back on this, noticed that like the gray pavement kind of matches the bluey gray of the cat card, which I really didn't plan on, but it looks super awesome. So I used that black washi again and really kind of wanted to use something extra under there, so I play around with some branding strips and scraps of paper, but decided just to leave it as is. So I took that medallion ephemera and just layered a label on top of it to add my journaling, because I think it had the number 31, and I don't need 1,000 things with the number 31 on it. So I decided to keep the medallion but cover up the 31. So now I'm on October 8th, and I decided to finally use this little owl paper that I absolutely love and think is so cute. And the photo on the top I felt was pretty heavy and dark, like just with that girl with her black hair and the black shirt. So I wanted to bring in, I needed to use some more black, but I wanted to brighten it up a bit, so decided to use that orange glittery paper and this chipboard frame, which I knew I wanted to put the date in there, but wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do it. So I ended up backing it with one of those craft colored doilies, just the reverse side. And now I am thinking about how I want to fill it, because I know that my number 8 is not gonna cut it. So I go to the wood veneer pack and find this star, but the wood veneer color and the craft just doesn't offer enough contrast, so I decide to ink these stars similar to what I did on the front cover with the spiderweb wood veneer. So the big star is from the After Dark collection, and it's kind of textured, like has little stripes on it, and it looks really cool. Even though it's inked, you can still kind of see the little stripes. And then the other star is just from my stash. Now I got this cool thread or ribbon or whatever you want to call it in the same swap that I used the Too Cute to Spook card, and I don't know if you can tell, but they're in shapes of bats. It's so cool, and it almost makes me sad that you can't even really tell, but I know that it's in shape of bats, and it's really, really cool. So thank you, Sarah, for that. So I'm just adhering down the stars, and once I adhered them down, I decided I needed a third star to fill in that kind of awkward gap, so I add that, and I really like the way that turns out. And needed another journaling spot, so this photo is of my class and their buddies walking to the church for the Thanksgiving Mass, and then the bottom left photo is of my daughter and I at swimming lessons. So we do that every Thursday, and I just have to trim down this card. But yeah, so that is for October 8th. I really like the way that it turns out. Simple, but it does the job. And I like the inclusion of all the journaling too, because I know if I look back, I'm going to be like, why do I have these pictures of random kids walking? I have no idea who these kids are. So now we're on the right side of the layout. I wanted to bring the owl paper in again, so I use this scrap of paper that's not quite 3x4 and then just layer on the owl paper on top to make my own 3x4 card. And so I adhere those both together, and I use another card just as a guideline. Then I'm deciding, because I feel like it's kind of awkward and like some of the owls are cut off, so I bring in this orange glitter tape and add that, and I really like the way that looks too. And I wanted to bring in some more craft to the right hand side because of the doily layered in behind the chipboard. So these tags are also from Michaels. I kind of just bought them on a whim because they were on sale. Yeah. Sorry my video cut out. You didn't really miss anything. I added 2 directional arrows and the number 9 to that bottom photo. I end up changing that a little bit later. So you didn't really miss anything. You will see it get fixed a little bit later. And now I'm just adding some journaling for October 9th. It just said that I went to the grocery store after work and bought my daughter's day home lady some flowers for Thanksgiving, and then I also bought Nora a balloon. So I'm on this page. This is for October 9th. This is still, no, I'm confused now. This is October 9th as well. So yeah, the last layout was October 9th, and this is October 9th. And I thought I wanted to use, well, I knew I wanted to use one of those rub-ons, but it was just too big. So I went for lunch with my friend. We had a professional development day at school, which means that teachers learn stuff and the kids don't have to come to school. And so because we had that day, I was able to actually leave the school and go for lunch with my friend Amanda, who teaches at another school close by. So we don't get to do that like very often at all. So we went for lunch, and so I thought I wanted to use that eat, drink, and be scary rub on because we went for lunch, but it just wouldn't fit. So I was a little disappointed by that, but yeah. And then the bottom photo is of this present that I found on my desk on that day, which was from my friend Carla. She bought me black socks, which is so exciting, but there's a backstory to it, so it was really cute. I was really surprised. So I took a photo of the socks and the card that she wrote in for me. So it says, "Happy 31st birthday. Friends don't let friends dress like Michael Jackson." Which I bought new shoes for work, but they really hurt my feet and gave me blisters, so I decided to wear socks with them one day to kind of just like stretch them out. And I decided to wear white socks thinking that no one would be able to see them, but Carla noticed like right away. So, yeah. I add another number 9 just so that people wouldn't get confused as to what day this is from. I really like the way the bottom photo looks with the washi and the alphas. And yeah, that chipboard spider web is from the chipboard sheet. So now just putting the photos into the album. And when I do so and I do my little flip through, I decide that I really don't like this balloon photo. I feel like the right hand side of the layout just doesn't have enough black. So I peel it all off and add some of that black washi again. Like I said, just to balance it with the black and the tiny washi as well. Decide to forgo the directional arrows and just adhere the number 9 with some glossy accents. I do play around with these bows. I don't want my album to be too bulky, but I think I might go back and add that kind of burlap looking bow, but I haven't decided yet. I'm going to think about it. So yeah, that is October 7th, 8th, and 9th. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!